You know, I got my other brother right here, too.
Oh, yeah?
Junior, stand up. Yeah. He does all our social media, so all the stuff you've been seeing, that's him.
100 mil, I need it. The glory, I need it. I took L's but walked around like I was undefeated. I saw no results, I still woke up and chased it. They told me to find myself, instead I went and found a way. I'm safe.
Everybody got on the jury. Even the baby got a little something. We ready now.
Good morning. 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 Defensive coaches up. Adversities that we're dealing with that we've made ourselves through. Just like the offensive coaches did.
But 5 years ago, really, when the offense went, we were getting ready to have our third. And during the season, it was a shitty year. We finished up 4-12. So my wife was pregnant, and she goes in for a visit, and she gets put on bed rest. So she's in the hospital for 6 weeks. It's during the season. Shit's not going, it's bad, right? So I got 2 kids at the house. I got to get from point A to point B. I'm sleeping in the hospital on the mat, right? I roll in about midnight, roll out about 5 a.m. The nurse, Gloria, would make me a cup of coffee every day. And life had to go on, right? Because when I stood up here in front of you guys, in front of him, and did third down, he didn't give a shit what's going on in my life, right? We got to go play a game. So I think we forget too much. There's shit outside here that everybody's going with, right? But when you walk through that door, it's got to be us. Right, because nobody gives a shit about how you feel, what your family's going through, right? You got to see you on your helmet, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're a walk-on, if you're a senior, right? We got senior night guys going through shit. It's their last time going out at Folsom, right? Nobody cares. They just care about the finished product, right? So I think we need to care about each other in this room, outside this building more, is what I would say.
We'll go back to playing adversity. 1999. I started the last 8 games for the Cowboys. We ended up going to the playoffs. After that season, I became a free agent. I'm a free agent, so I'm going in to sign my tender. It's a little tender offer that you get. I talked to the coaches, and Coach Zim, who I had a talk with, he's excited about the next year. I'm excited too. So after the draft, they ended up drafting like 3 corners. They got rid of me, they got rid of Coach, they got rid of Kevin Smith, So they traded me. I got a call from Jerry Jones. And he told me, he said, hey, we trade you to the New Orleans Saints. You know what I'm saying? He said, but once a Cowboy, always a Cowboy. So I'm going from here starting, then I get shipped to the New Orleans Saints, who was won 1 game the year before. I just came from a playoff team, a team that's used to winning. Now I'm going to the Saints, who's not used to winning. They got bags on their heads, and when I get there, I'm last on the depth chart. Not first, not second, what I'm used to. So now I'm going from here, where I'm at the, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm finna go sign this contract, and they call me, and now they trade me. So I go from here, and then I get down to New Orleans Saints, and I'm at the very, very bottom, right? I'm already hurt because they traded me. But when I get there, I have to make a decision. Do I want to, you know what I'm saying, do I want to fight to get back where I need to get to, or am I going to quit? You know, I had to really look at myself and see why I got traded. What was I doing? What was I not doing right? But it also humbled me to get me back to what made me who I was, the work ethic that I had. You know what I'm saying? It was no way I was going to get there and decide that I'm going to be last. Before went to the training camps, before the start of the season, before the end of training camp, I'm back starting. I had to fight my way all the way back to the top. But I was determined to not just stay there and not be hurt by the things that I thought was for me. But when things knocked me down, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna get my ass back up. And that was my promise to myself. And that's just part one of all the other stuff that I went through to get where I need to get to. Because it was always here, then here, then here. But it always, every time it came back to what was I doing, what was I not doing, you know what I'm saying, to stay exactly where I was, right? So adversity, you know what I'm saying, you can take it 2 ways. You can quit, or you can always fight. And you're saying all my life, you know what I'm saying, I've been fighting. You know what I'm saying, that's a movie, y'all know stuff about.
in high school, which is really funny. Coach Mackey showed it to me one day when we were back coaching together at Prime Prep. But there's used to be called Texas Dave Campbell's football top 100, top 50 players, things like that. And there's a 96, I think it was 96 magazine that came out. It had Prime in there. He was getting ready to play for the Cowboys. It had Kevin, one of the best corners, and then it had me at linebacker, one of the best linebackers coming out. So it's a high, right? Like you say, ups and downs, everything was high. My grandfather, who was the father of my life, only one I knew, he died. He had cancer. He didn't tell the family. You know, people know the old school why you didn't really share those type of things. Didn't nobody know he died. Then a month later, my dad, he was killed, right? So now at some point, I'm put at the head of the household, and I fell into distractions, my grades slipped. Well, at this time, because I was playing good, people at school took care of me. They made sure I was straight. But what I didn't understand, this is my senior year. So they had no need for me the next year, and I had to pass. I ended up failing that, had to go to JUCO. And those who've ever been, who've been to JUCO in here? Anybody? Those who've ever been to JUCO, y'all know it's some great talent in JUCO. But damn, it's like crabs in a barrel trying to get up out that motherfucker, right? So I struggle to get up out of it, get to K-State, break my ankle, I'm sitting back on the bench again. And the thing about it was, everybody's asking, man, what you gonna do? What happened to you? When you gonna come back? Dad, I thought you was gonna be this, I thought you was gonna be that. Go home, grandmama doesn't have any money. Mama's struggling. My brother doesn't have any leadership, know what to do. I had to get a job sacking groceries and stocking at night, and people walking in telling me, I remember you. You was in the magazine. You was supposed to do that. You was supposed to be this. What happened to you? Not sharing my whole story, but the moral is I couldn't listen to the outside noise. I had to have my faith in God. I just kept plugging and working and keep going. But at that time, I was so depressed, man, I didn't want to come out of my room. I didn't want to go outside because there's always questions you got to answer. Y'all know how it is. You lose a game or something, somebody's coming. Why y'all lose? Y'all went to a bowl last year. This year, y'all look like, what's wrong with you? This. Everybody has something to say, right? And you have no leadership, no one to lean on. But I had to put my faith in God and listen to Him and understand the stories that my grandfather gave. What that helped me to do is no one's gonna save you guys, and time's gonna keep moving on. But the thing about it is, every lesson that you get, every nugget that you get, every painful story you get through adversity is good for you. Because it shows you how to push through. Because tomorrow you're gonna wake up and breathe again. The sun's gonna come up again. And it's an opportunity for you to make those who left something in you better, right? So no matter what happens in your life, people gonna leave. It's just a matter of time, all right? That's gonna happen. You're gonna get hurt. It's a matter of time. That's gonna happen. But then that's when you gotta reach down deep and understand who you are, what you believe in, and what's been instilled in you, you gotta push forward, all right? And because of that, I'm here today. So remember that, guys. It ain't always gonna work out like you want it to work out. People you wanna celebrate ain't gonna be alive to celebrate with, but I'm telling you, it's somebody in heaven cheering for you, and it's always somebody down here praying for you. So keep moving forward.
I feel like my whole life I've been dealing with a lot of adversity. I'm from the youngest of 9 kids, so grew up with a big family. We was hella broke as hell, eating peanut butter, sugar sandwiches, eating top Roman. I don't know if you guys know what that sign mean, right? Noodle cups, all that stuff, man. From the islands of Samoa, there's only 65,000 people there. Our whole island can fit in our stadium. You know what I mean? So grew up in a lot of people say they're in the mud. I grew up in the sand. You know what I mean? Out the sand in the islands. Didn't get any offers at high school. Had 0 offers, 0 stars. You know what I mean? End up going to JUCO, like Coach was talking about JUCO. So shout out to all our JUCO guys out here. Went to JUCO for 2 years. Then I earned a scholarship. That's when I earned a scholarship to Michigan State. When I got to Michigan State, I was 250 pounds. Going to the Big Ten, trying to play defensive end. I was too small. I had to gain some weight, so I gained 75 pounds in JUCO. Got to 225. Got to 325. Didn't play my junior year at all. If you were to watch the tape of my junior year, didn't play at all. You wouldn't even notice me out there. Maybe just repping here and there, right? But my senior year, that's where the change happened. That's when I started to notice, man, hey, dude, I think I could really do this. Started believing in myself. Started having confidence in myself. And then also something else, some more adversity came. It's a blessing now that I look back at it. My wife, that is my new wife, I met her in JUCO, and had our first baby my senior year, going into my senior year. You know, at the time as a young man, I'm like, dude, man, this is gonna be a lot. I have to juggle being a father now, and then have to play ball, have to do studies, right? Have to do my academics. So I was like, man, that's some more adversity. But I knew that it was a blessing from God. It changed my whole life. Once I had my son, it really opened up my eyes that life wasn't about me. It was about him. You know what I mean? It was about my son, trying to feed him, right? And that, I don't know, for any of you guys that have some kids out here, it's different when you have a kid now. You ain't living for yourself no more, right? You're living for him. So that was such a blessing for me. My junior year, you wouldn't notice that. You wouldn't notice me. But my senior year, man, I just turned it on like crazy, man. I just didn't party as much, right? Started putting stuff aside. Had to sacrifice a couple things. Stopped hanging around with the teammates after hours, doing some extra stuff. You know what I mean? How to do stuff that would help me out in my career. All of a sudden, man, like just like we are right now, we were in a tough season. Right? We only won 5 games that year, my senior year. But all it took, man, was like one big play that really put the eyes on me. It was versus Michigan versus Michigan State. It's a rivalry for us, right? I thank God. I scooped and scored, man, 75-yard touchdown to the crib. Big Uso going down the sideline. You know what I mean? That play right there changed my life. So I thank God for that, man. Ended up getting drafted to the Bengals. I think that play right there, just showing my athleticism, showing that I could run, really put the NFL eyes on me, you know? I want to encourage all of you guys, bro. I ended up playing 15 years in the league. But I want to encourage all of our guys. I know we're having a tough year right now, but don't forget, man, keep playing, man. Play for yourself, right? Play for your brothers. Play for him upstairs. All it takes is one big play, a couple big plays to get some more eyes on you, all right? All of our seniors, all right? And that was like week 7 in the season where I made that play. So this Saturday, right, you have an opportunity, man. If you get a scoop and score, you stop the run heavy, right? You make some TFLs, make some sacks, right? You're not only playing for us to win, but you're playing for your future, right? It's your resume every time you step on that field, right? Dealt through all the adversity, but I have a cool scripture that really helped me out. It's Jeremiah 29:11. It says this, "For I know the plans I have towards you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, to give you hope in the future." You know what I mean? God has a plan for each and one of us. We just got to go out there and do it. You know what I mean? So much love, boys. Let's get it done. Appreciate it.
I'm from a big family. I'm the second oldest of 10 kids. And I've got 5 younger brothers. So I've always kind of had to pave the way. And I love football. Like as a kid, you know, I got into it because I got in a lot of trouble in school, had learning disabilities as a young kid. So my parents put me in Pop Warner football and I excelled at it a little bit. But I didn't have the height, weight, speed that everybody else had. So when I went to high school, there wasn't a lot of offers, looks, everything else. I broke my arm my senior year. So from there, I go to Hargrave Military Academy. It's a prep school in Chatham, Virginia. From there, not one letter, not one look. But Ole Miss gave me a preferred walk-on. All right, so I go there. You know, first 2 years were slow for me. My redshirt freshman year, I break my arm again, so I only played in 1 game. Then Houston Nutt became the head coach after Orgeron left and played in 38 straight games, and you know would have gone to 3 rookie mini camps had it not been the lockout there in 2010. So you know, I say all that to tell you this: you just got to stay the course and you got to go with it. You never know what's going to happen, but you don't let people tell you what you're going to be or who you're going to be. And you've just got to stay the course. And football's been a big blessing for me and my family. Like, I've got a lot of brothers and brother-in-laws that are in coaching. I'm very passionate about it. I love it. But I've also faced adversity as a coach. Okay? Like, you know, I'm at Michigan. And, you know, I'm the linebackers coach there. And before that, I'm the youngest coordinator in the Big Ten. All right? And, you know, you get fired. And it's a humiliating and embarrassing thing to go through, especially after you win 2 Big Ten championships, you have a freshman All-American, you have 3 All-Big Ten players, you make the college football playoffs, okay? And you feel like it wasn't right, and it doesn't matter how it went down. But that was probably the lowest point I've ever been and depressed in my life. And you know, I've been blessed, you know, with some great things, upbringing and everything. The money, that was there. You're getting a big check every month. And it's not about that. It's your pride. But I was down, and it was a rough 6 months to a year, rough. And then I go back to Alabama, And I plan on staying there with Coach Saban until he retires. So I go back there. He decides to retire. I'm out another 6 months, right? To remind you, like 4 years before that, I'm thinking, I'm going to go be a head coach. All right, so like there's going to be adversity. That's just my story. Doesn't matter. Everybody's got their story. Everybody's just a little bit different. Okay, but like you got to push, you got to fight, you can't quit. All right, there's days like everybody, you come into this building and like Rob talked about, there's stuff in your personal life that's not always perfect and it's not always the best. All right, and you got to fight and you got to train your body and your mind and your soul. And like Ray said, your spirit, when he got up here and talked to the team, to push, man, and to go forward. Like today, this week, the rest of the season, we got 2 more opportunities to do something really, really special. And it doesn't matter about the past. All right, this day is going to be over at the end of the day. Okay? And you're going to say, okay, what did I do to get better? All right, as a coach, as a player, did I push myself to the max effort? Did I study my film the best that I could? Was I the best teammate? Did I run to the ball? Did I give great effort? Did I push? Did I encourage a teammate? Did I make somebody better? Okay? And that's what this thing's all about, because no matter what your story is, okay, you're going to face adversity in life, and it's not how you react, it's how you respond. Okay? And I just want to thank all the guys in this room, all right, for the effort that you put into it. I want to thank you, Coach, all right, for putting me up here, giving all of us an opportunity to share our story. And let's do something special as a group, man. Let's really do it. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's just go do it. Be great today when you touch the field. Believe in yourself. Encourage your teammate. Coaches encourage each other. Let's be like locked in these next 2 games, like more so than any other team in the country. Can we do that? Sure. All right.
Got the expectation for the offensive line, defensive back. That means you got to get to the ball. You're thudding all day. Offensive line, you're physical. You staying low. It's just like we coming out of the chutes, and we're gonna stay low. We're gonna flat back it, but we're gonna get downfield. But finish your block, especially on the second level. We got that, and don't let your quarterback get touched. Because if we accomplish that, we're gonna dominate. We're gonna have a great day today. We got that? Yes, sir. We got that? Yes, sir. We got that? Yes, sir. Well, let's do it. This morning, God just placed in my spirit, because I was talking about something else and I was in that mood spiritually, because my former pastor, best friend, passed away several years back, and he was just on my mind this morning, and I Googled one of his messages, and I was watching this message this morning that he spoke. And it was a tremendous message, but it got me teary-eyed, it got me a little sensitive and emotional, because he also played a role as my best friend in my life. That was my dog. And I lost him several years back. And it got me to understand. And I want you to hear this, because God placed this in my spirit for you. Whatever you're chasing, you'll never catch it. You'll never catch it, because the game don't allow it. If you work, focus, eliminate distractions, whatever you desire will find you. You're not going to find it. It's going to find you. How many teams have you drafted when you get ready to go to the NFL? None. Don't they draft you? You don't make a point to find your team. They find you. You thought you were making a point to find us, but we had to make the choice to give you the scholarship, to give you the opportunities to walk on, to give you the opportunity to coach. We had to make that decision and that choice. So whatever you chase, I'm telling you, it has to find you. That's why I'm trying to tell you youngsters all the time, stop chasing money. Stop chasing money. Stop chasing those things that are shiny and bright and provokes light. Stop it. Because the end of it, the Bible calls it a chasing after the wind. It's going to be a consistent chase. You're going to have to run your whole darn life like running on the treadmill your whole darn life. The most promising things I've ever had and enjoyed in life is those things that found me because I was in the right place and I didn't chase it. I've never chased money in my life. But when you're dominant and when you act according and when you're professional and you do your job, it finds you. Let's have a great.
Go, Rex. Come
Hey, we got nothing to lose, everything in the game, man. Come out here with purpose, bro. Hey, win on me, win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's do it. Chicken beef McRib. Let's go.